Now that I think about it, this whole quest really has like a lot of philosophical elements to it. It's very deep and honestly, it has a lot of meaning. I feel like there's a lot of meanings to it, and I'm enjoying the philosophy of it. Med pack. Okay. Okay, let's head to Indum. The Pilgrim rest.
Have a moment. I'd like to speak to you.
Where are we headed? Okay, let's see what we got here. On Unity. What we got here? This tower right here has got to be... Is it a wind turbine? Looks like one. Let's see if this has anything to do with anything. Looks like we also got a whole settlement here. But, nah, doesn't look like it. Let's keep moving in. These people here?
Whoever entered this homestead seemed to have settled in for the long haul.
Unless this is the Pilgrim's homestead. I will keep my weapon out just in case. Inside. Credits. Okay. Nothing in here. I am not crazy. Is that what it says? Interesting. Oh, what do we got here? Pilgrim's Writing 1. Let's see. The credulous simplicity of mundane humans never ceases to amaze me. The worst instincts, the evil spirit, draw me towards a form of contempt for them. But I remember that I am privy to that which they are not. I cannot and should not judge them for a lack of vision, when I know very well the blinders which obscure their sight. I once wore them myself, after all. I hope for their sake that they may someday understand, but for my sake, I wish to be left alone. Interesting. Okay. we got a locked room here. Let's see. Pilgrim's writing 5. Okay, so there's multiple books. But I think I would like to read them in order. Let's open this door. If you came seeking the right answers, you will know what question to ask. What is the unity? I return your question with a question. If you have read my writings, what is the burden of people? Okay, so it seems I must read everything. Okay, so I'm gonna take a look around, see if I can find more writings. Found one. It seems there's 5 of them. At least. There could be more. I hope there's not more. Four. Though I don't want to read those ones yet. Oh, 3. Getting close. Getting close. We have 1. We found 3, 4, and 5. So now we just need 2. But where could that be? Oh, right here. Okay. So here's the crux of my troubles. To accomplish anything, I need to work with other people. I need assistants. I need workers. I need hands. As we work together, they inevitably ask questions, and I can never help talking. It starts innocently enough. They want to understand how someone who believes in science can also believe in the divine. Or they have their own misunderstanding instilled by some borderline religious remnant. My weakness is my inability to let alone. I want them to understand, so I try, gently as I might, to nudge their minds along the right path. Then there are follow-ups and followings. The trouble is that I genuinely care for these people. It would be so much easier if I didn't. Okay, sit back here. Grab 3. Today, in a soft voice, my assistant asked me if there was anything above the unity. It was all I could do to keep them from shouting that I could scarcely comprehend the misunderstandings that would lead to such a question. It was asked honestly, and I answered as best as I could, but if even my closest confidant here can fail to grasp the most basic of these truths, why am I bothering to explain any of it to any of them? Every word that drops from my mouth gets gobbled up, misheard, misremembered, misunderstood, and mistranslated before I can issue the slightest clarification. People are necessary, but people are madness. I attempted to withdraw, to go off alone, to commune with unity in my own way. They followed. Of course they followed. Let's see. 4. At last, a bit of peace. A piece of peace. Is that anything? Is that funny? Why am I trying to be funny? Have they driven me mad at last? Is there a difference between writing to myself and talking to myself? The former certainly seems more acceptable than the latter. I recall again that my mind is my own, and that even if only it exists, that is sufficient for me to believe in everything else. The unity has restored me once more. This time I act alone for now. Myself is a formidable opponent. I should have expected as much. But vanity is, thankfully, not among my vices. Regardless, it turns out time spent in solitude is, in my case, time with the very sick man, or whatever it is I have become. I don't like this person. Okay, last one. It's an interesting story so far. find myself thinking about this various past and my possible futures. I imagine continuing on the road, acquiring more power, more knowledge, more development of myself. I imagine passing through once more to another world to begin the process anew. What is notable here, that road does not seem gratifying. Every step is one of intrinsic reward, and I feel myself anticipating the pleasures and seeing a more content version of myself in that future. Then, for the sake of considering all possibilities, I imagine if I took a different path, if I stopped running, stopped seeking to gather my own power, if I instead embraced the twinges of compassion I feel in my heart and let myself care for the people who seem to gather about me wherever I try to work. If I simply lived and taught and perhaps brought others to the light and died. That road also seems gratifying. I also see a content version of myself in that future. Here's the difference though. When I stop thinking about the glories I could achieve for myself, the pleasure fades nearly immediately. When I stop thinking about staying and building something, the feeling endures. There is something more sustaining about it, more fulfilling. I don't know what this difference signifies, but I am grateful for the time I've taken to notice it. Okay, let's see. What is the unity? I return your question with a question. If you have read my writings, what is the burden of people? People are necessary, but people are madness. Who is your most formidable opponent? Myself. Where does enduring contentment come from? In stopping and embracing compassion. You came here seeking the true meaning of unity. If you still wish to find it, there is one final piece of myself in the next room. I found my own answer a long time ago, but not in the way I was expecting. I hope your journey gives you the truth. Okay, so we answered that correctly. Before we go on. Okay. What are these drawings? That's the artifacts. Those are the artifacts. That's the temples. Interesting. Interesting, okay. Pilgrim's final writing. I don't know what the correct answer is. I might never. Increasingly, though, I am comfortable with not knowing. The more I reflect on being here in this world in this time, the more I think it is precisely where I need to be. This time will be different. It won't be about me, so I won't have to run. I can actually build something with intent instead of scrambling to fix something that others create in my name. It can be something beneficial. I can be something beneficial. I'm leaving behind that other person. I'm leaving behind that other person. This world has no place for him. Let him die. Let me live to enlighten the blessed universe before me. You have found the end of my journey, but to know everything, you must find its beginning. On Hyla 2, the island hides the scorpion, and the scorpion's sting hides the truth. Okay, now we gotta find the scorpion's sting on Hyla 2. This is some treasure hunt.